NLWN-TV now brings you the In the Dugout show. A look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, join us in the dugout.
Good evening and welcome to today's edition of In the Dugout. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's doubleheader between the first place Cavaliers on the road against the 2-12 Jim Falls Sturgeons. Now, coming up in this edition of In the Dugout, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Cavs and the Sturgeons. Then we'll get Cavalier manager Ryan Page's perspective on today's games in the Ryan Page Show. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Chippewa River Baseball League to get some perspective on how today's game will fit in overall. Finally, we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of today's games from Grudem Field in Jim Falls. It's time to get ready for some baseball action, and we'll do just that. Coming up right after this brief timeout, you're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Welcome back to In the Dugout, where we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's doubleheader between the CRBL North leading Eau Claire Cavaliers and the 2-12 Jim Falls Sturgeons. Now, at the time of this recording of this edition of In the Dugout, the Cavaliers had extended their winning streak to 13 games by defeating the Sparta Miller 6-5 in 12 innings last Monday evening. That followed right on the heels of a big doubleheader sweep over the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks on Sunday by scores of 13-3 and 4-0. That doubleheader sweep put the Cavaliers a full game ahead of the Lumberjacks in the CRBL North. In that doubleheader, the sweep over the Lumberjacks, the Cavaliers were led by outstanding pitching and timely hitting. Game 1 was called after 5 innings due to the 10-run rule, and it featured a pitching gem by Carter Hesselman, who went all 5 innings for the Cavaliers, allowing only 3 runs, only one of which was earned on 6 hits. He didn't walk anyone and struck out 2. At the plate, the Cavaliers were led by Cole Timon, who went 3 for 4 and scored 2 runs, along with Anthony Pogodzinski, who went 3 for 3 and scored 3 runs. In the second game, Cavaliers starting pitcher Paul Petit went the distance, pitching a 4-hit shutout. He walked no one and struck out 6. At the plate, the Cavaliers were led by the 2-run home run power of Cooper Kapanke as he blasted a shot over the left center field wall in the second inning. Now, if you're missing a kitchen sink, look for it in last Monday's game with the Sparta Miller, as the Cavaliers pitching threw everything, including the kitchen sink, in this 12-inning marathon. The Cavaliers needed the bullpen depth that they have. Tanner Helverson came in with a 5-5 tie in the 9th inning and threw the final 4 innings, to giving up 2 hits and striking out 5 to pick up his first win of the season. The game ended in walk-off style as the Cavs loaded the bases and Tyler Herman singled, driving in Cooper Kapanke with the winning run. Now, right after this timeout, we'll take a look at today's action between the Cavs and the Sturgeons. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Now, it should be noted that the Cavaliers were also scheduled to play the Coon Valley Blues yesterday afternoon. However, this edition of In the Dugout was recorded prior to that game, and our powers of prognostication are a little on the weak side, so we have no results from that game at this time. Now, maybe during the play-by-play of today's doubleheader, we can get you that information. That brings us to today's Chippewa River League baseball action. The Cavaliers, currently sitting in first place in the CRBL North, are on the road for the first time in CRBL action since late April. The Sturgeons are coming off a 6-5 victory over the Bloomer Woodchucks in Game 2 of last Sunday's doubleheader. The Sturgeons are led on the mound by Dylan Waters, who has a 1-win and 4-loss record with a 7.18 ERA. In fact, that's where the Sturgeons have been struggling. As a staff, their combined ERA is a whopping 8.24. Now at the plate, the Sturgeons are led, well, they're doing a little better anyway. They're led by team manager Pete Thaler, who is hitting at a .350 pace with 7 hits in 20 at-bats, including 2 doubles. Now right behind Thaler is Bob Maurer, who is 9 for 27 for a .333 average, including 2 more doubles. Overall, the Sturgeons are hitting at a .230 average, which includes 1 home run courtesy of Austin Sikora. Now, coming into this weekend, the Cavaliers are still being led at the plate by Mitch Voller, who is hitting .432 with 17 RBIs and 15 runs scored and 3 doubles. Other Cavs hitting above .400 so far this season are Zach Stang, Tanner Halverson, and Cooper Kapanke. On the mound, the Cavaliers starting pitchers are led by Carter Hesselman with a 3-0 record and a 0.57 ERA. Paul Petit is also showing outstanding performance with a 3-0 record and a 0.75 ERA, including his complete game 4-hit shutout against the Chippewa Falls Lumberjack last weekend. Tanner Halverson, Paul Petit, Kendra Ngulo, and Ethan Kelberg have picked up saves for the Cavaliers. Kelberg is still the Cavs' save leader with 2. Overall, the Cavalier pitching staff has a combined ERA of 2.79, while holding opposing hitters to a mere 199 batting average. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get manager Ryan Page's perspective as we chat with him on The Ryan Page Show. You're tuned into In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Time now for the Ryan Page Show, where Cavalier manager Ryan Page gives us his perspective on today's Cavalier action. And now, the Ryan Page Show.
We're talking with Cavalier manager Ryan Page. And Ryan, before we get into today's matchup, last Monday the Cavaliers found themselves in one of the most entertaining baseball games that this announcer's seen in many years against the Sparta Miller. It took 12 innings for the Cavaliers to win their 13th straight game of the season by the score of 6-5. Your comments about the Cavalier performance in that game?
Well, pitching was outstanding. Yeah, we gave up 5 runs, but we gave them up early, and so the pitchers that we had come in after that just closed the door for us. And I mean, we had our chances, definitely, early on, and we just need to learn how to capitalize better with runners in scoring position with less than 2 out.
Seems like a lot of teams at all levels have been struggling with that this year. I can think of a couple major league teams in each direction from us here that can't seem to buy a hit with somebody in scoring position, and that bug kind of bit you guys on Monday.
Yeah, it did. And that's just baseball, though. I mean, that happens, and you just gotta overcome it. And the guys did very well with that. So obviously, a win's a win. Very pleased, and you're right. Like I said, it was a very exciting game to watch. Fans stayed there throughout the whole game, even though that it was late, and that was nice to see.
Yeah, now the Cavaliers threw what seemed like the kitchen sink at the Miller on Monday, finally wrapping it up with 4 innings from Tanner Halverson. Pretty effective innings, I thought. Your comments about Halverson's pitching?
Well, Halverson's a great pitcher. He was one of our top guys in 2019, and this year when he was in school, he started having some arm issues, some tendonitis issues, and he's starting to rehab it back right now. So him to come out of the bullpen like that, throw 4 innings the way he did was just amazing to watch.
Now, today, the Cavaliers are facing a team that finally got their second taste of victory last weekend in the Jim Falls Sturgeons. What can you tell us about the Sturgeons?
Well, again, like you just said, they just picked up their second win. They're obviously having a down year here this year, but like I've said before early on here, I mean, you just can't overlook anybody. That's the great thing about this game is it doesn't matter who's who. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day, so we can't look past them here, and we just got to go right at them.
On that note, last weekend, the statistics told us that we'd get a real pitcher's battle in Game 1 of that doubleheader against the Lumberjacks. But as it often happens, that wasn't the case. The Cavalier bats erupted for 13 runs. And according to statistics, this weekend, the Cavalier pitching and hitting should be able to control the Sturgeons. But it seems as if statistics tell us one thing and the opposite happens. How much of a danger do you feel that the Cavs could, if they take this game too lightly, it could turn into trap games?
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, if we take this game lightly, like I said, Jim Falls is a scrappy enough team where if we lay down for them, they're definitely going to sneak one past us. So, knowing the guys that we have, I just don't see them looking past anybody. We're pretty excited for today's games.
So, who we're going to see on the mound for these games?
It'll be Paul Petit game 1 and Carter Hesselman game 2.
Okay, well, Ryan, good luck on today's games. Hopefully, the Cavaliers will move that division-leading record to 10-0.
That's what we're hoping for too. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
You've been tuned to the Ryan Page Show with Cavalier manager Ryan Page's outlook on today's Cavalier action. Stay tuned. More in the dugout is coming right up.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and fur. I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to In the Dugout as we're getting ready to bring you all of the action of today's doubleheader between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Jim Falls Sturgeons. Now, taking a quick look at news from around the Chippewa River Baseball League, the Cavaliers' Paul Petit tossed a 4-hit complete game shutout and a 4-0 win over the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. But, not to be outdone, Luke Ide from the Osseo Merchants threw a 5-inning no-hitter in a 13-0 win over the Cadott Red Sox. That leaves the CRBL North looking like this. The Cavaliers are still undefeated and sitting on top. They're followed by the Tilden Tigers, who are just percentage points behind the Cavs. The Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks have fallen to third place, 2 games out. The Bloomer Woodticks follow at 6 games off the pace. Then come the Jim Falls Sturgeons at 9 games behind, and the Cadott Red Sox are 10 games out. In the CRBL South, the Osseo Merchants have stretched their lead to 2 games ahead of the Eau Claire Bears, who have climbed to 2nd place from 4th place a week ago. The Whitehall Wolves and the Eau Claire Rivermen are tied for 3rd, just 3 games out of 1st, and the Beef River Bullfrogs are 9 games out. Today's games could be trap games for the Cavaliers. It would be very easy for the Cavs to mistakenly take the 2-12 Sturgeons too lightly. Do that, and disaster could strike. The Sturgeons would like nothing more than to play the upset role and knock off the division-leading Cavaliers, maybe find a way to continue their climb out of the CRBL North cellar. The Cavaliers would like to extend their CRBL winning streak to 10 games so they can remain on top of the CRBL North. So the stage is set for some exciting Cavalier baseball, and we'll have all the action of both games for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now in just a moment, I'll be joining my colleague Dan Petchow at Grudem Field in Jim Falls, as we'll bring you all the action of today's doubleheader between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Jim Falls Sturgeons. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You've been watching the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a presentation of NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749. Eau Claire Cavalier baseball is on the air. NLWN-TV proudly presents today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Help us celebrate 50 years of Cavalier baseball as they battle their way through the Chippewa River Baseball League. And now, out to the ballpark for coverage of today's game.
And we're here at Grudem Field in Jim Falls, getting ready to get things started. Holy cow, we had a power issue, but we have baseball about to happen. And the Cavaliers are visiting the Jim Falls Sturgeons. Zach Stang stepping into the batter's box to start things off. Dylan Waters on the mound for the Sturgeons. And the first pitch comes in. It's smacked out into right field by Stang. First pitch single by Stang. He's the designated hitter. We'll go through the starting lineups here in just a minute. Gabe O'Brien is batting second for the Cavs. He's the right fielder. On deck is Tyler Herman. He's playing first base today in game one. Hoping to get a couple of them in today. And here comes the pitch. Stang takes off for second, and he slides in safely. First pitch, I believe, was called a ball. Stang takes a good lead. Waters takes a look, put the fly ball into left field, and it's snagged out there in left field. So O'Brien goes out on a line drive to left. Brings up Tyler Herman. Tanner Halverson on deck. Halverson hit his third home run of the season yesterday against the Coon Valley Blues in the Cavaliers' 8-4 victory. Herman lays down a bunt, and it's a nice bunt. And they just take a look at it. That was a beautiful bunt. Tyler Herman makes it to first base, and of course it moves Stang over to third with one out. Brings up Tanner Halverson with two runners on, one out. Adam LaRocque on deck. And swinging a foul back. No balls and a strike to Halverson. It's going to be quite a challenge for the umpires to keep the balls dry. They might actually wish the pitchers were using spider tack. And foul back. And again, today we have Dan doing double duty up above.
I'm up here.
Yeah. He's doing camera work.
Great view.
It is a good view from up there, isn't it? And we're trying to keep him dry up there.
Oh, yeah.
He's struggling with all of his cameras.
Great awning up here.
Yeah. And when you get a chance, Dan, take a look at your right camera and see if you can get that working again.
Okay.
And here's the pitch. Liner out into right field. It stays fair. Rolls back into the corner. One run in. And Halverson checks in at second. Herman at first. And the Cavs are up 1-0. That's the third hit of the inning. Brings Adam LaRocque up. Here's the first pitch from Waters. It's right down the middle for a strike. Waters working from the windup now with runners at second and third. High pop up. Waters moves over, circles under it. He's got it. That brings up Cole Timon, the catcher. Timon comes into this game batting an even .300. Long fly ball out into left center field. Way back. It bounces off the fence. Timon's going to check in at second. In to score are Halverson and Herman. And that puts the Cavs up on top 3 3-0. And Cooper Kapanke grounds to the shortstop. He bobbles it, and we're going to have an error on the shortstop. And it moves Timon over to third. And here's the pitch. Jackson Vance is at the plate. And the throw down to second bounces off of Kapanke, goes out into left field, and that allows Timon to come in, or Halverson. No, Timon to come in and score. Cavs have put so many people on base, hard keeping track of them. Jackson Vance at the plate. He's playing shortstop today. Foul back. Dylan Waters on the mound. Jackson Vance hitting .278 coming into this game. And here's the pitch. High pop-up. First baseman Toman coming in, makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So for the Cavaliers, they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors. And 1 left on base. So after the first half inning, it's Cavaliers 3 and the Sturgeons coming to bat. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you've been admiring the freshly groomed look of a baseball field, or the stunning appearance of a golf course, remember you too can have a lawn with the same beauty by simply calling Midwest Environmental Consultants. Their professional lawn care experts can bring your lawn to its full beauty and appearance. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your lawn the showplace of the neighborhood.
And welcome back to Grudem Field in Jim Falls as we head into the bottom of the first inning. On the mound for the Cavaliers is Paul Petit, who has been nothing short of really impressive so far this year. Threw a 4-hit shutout last weekend against the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. Leading off for the Sturgeons is the extra hitter. They're actually batting 10 today. The extra hitter, Nick, pitched. And he's coming into the game with a pretty impressive .667 batting average until you see that he's only had 3 at-bats. He has gotten 2 hits in those 3 at-bats. Attaboy, Dan, you got that camera back?
Yeah.
First pitch is a strike. On deck is Austin Sikora. The 0-1 pitch is swung on a miss for strike 2. And we get a called third strike. So 1 down. That brings up Austin Sikora. Sikora batting .222. He is responsible for the 1 home run that the Sturgeons have this year. Here's Petit's first pitch to Sikora, is right down the pipe for a strike. Paul Petit bringing some heat. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball out into left field, coming in. Oh, and can't make the catch is Adam LaRock. He went sliding in. It came off the bottom end of his glove. It's going to be a base hit for Sikora. Brings up Justin Toman. And Toman is hitting .225. First pitch was, well, got away from Cole Timon behind the plate. So down to second went Sikora. Justin Toman. And the pitch. Just missed inside. And Petit takes a look over at second, and here's the pitch in the dirt. And he called him out on strikes. So that's 2 down. That brings up Bob Maurer, the right fielder. Mauer's hitting .333. He's 9 for 27. First pitch is high. He's got a couple of doubles in there. Sikora still at second. And the pitch is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Petit at the belt. And the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Petit's pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Evens the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3. So for the Jim Falls Sturgeons, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We've played an inning, and it's the Cavaliers 3, Sturgeons nothing, and you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
And we're back here at Gruden Field. Well, Dan, I think you've stopped getting rained on up there for the time being.
Yeah, I see a little blue sky color.
Whoa, you keep that coming this way. That would be nice.
I got a few dry spots up here yet.
Hey, Dylan Water is on. Yeah, those are all the spots that you were covering up when you were taking a nap up there before things got started. Folks, you got to understand, Dan had a long night last night. A lot of equestrian stuff.
Last couple nights.
Yeah. Hey, Dylan Waters is on the mound for the Sturgeons, and he currently is sporting a 7.18 ERA. And sounds like Dan's moving furniture up there. He's got a record of 1 win and 4 losses. And trying to bunt for a single is Cole Leckman for the Cavs. It went foul. Leckman hitting .353. He's got 9 RBIs. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Walked 6 times, struck out 5. And it's fouled back. Two balls, 2 strikes. Waters wind up in his pitch. Popped up to the infield. The shortstop comes in, makes the catch. That's Kremenauer. And one down. That takes us back to the top of the order. And Zach Stang, who singled his first time up. Line shot this time out into left field for a base hit. He went to right field the first time. Now he goes to left field. That brings up, and he hasn't waited either. It's been the first pitch both times up. That brings up Gabe O'Brien. Hit a liner out to left field last time that was caught. Waters' pitch is outside, pitch out. They get the throw down, but Stang comes sliding into second. So first pitch is a ball. Dan, is it my imagination or does that sand out there seem slower because of the rain?
It has slowed down a little bit. The grass is going to be a little wet too now.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's high for ball 2. But it sure looked like it when Stang went sliding into second there. He barely got there. And it's high and away for ball 3. Let's see if they give O'Brien a green light here. Waters into the stretch. The 3-0 pitch is outside for ball 4. So Cavs have runners at first and second with 1 out. Tyler Herman coming up, first baseman. He bunted for a single last time up. He was actually looking for a sacrifice, but they let the ball roll dead, and Herman hustled his way down to first base. No balls, 1 strike, 2 on, 1 out. And the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt back to the backstop. Both runners advance. Stang on third. O'Brien on second. Herman steps back into the box. And the pitch is high and away. No electronic scoreboard here at Grudem Field. That one's fouled away. They're doing the best they can to keep the balls rotating through. We had some pretty good rain right before this game started. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. And that hit him. That's Tyler Herman, and that's something he does. Tyler's the team's leader in hit by pitch, and that's number 6. That's number 7 on the season for Tyler Herman. The Cavs overall, now counting this one, have 27 Cavaliers have been hit by pitch. Brings up Tanner Halverson. Halverson doubled his last time up. And the pitch is inside, fastball. Base is loaded. Here's the swing and the foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's fouled back for strike 2. Alverson with a couple of really strong swings there. 1-2 pitch. Line shot out into right field for a base hit. It's going to score 1. And a play at the plate on the second. And they got him. So Stang comes in to score. Behind him, O'Brien did not score. Herman checks in at second, and Halverson at first. That brings up Adam LaRock. LaRock popped out to the pitcher his last time up. And this is a chopper right back toward the mound. This one's scooped up by Krummenauer. Throw over to first, and it's in time for the put out. So for Krummenauer to first, 6-3 or short to first. Any way you want to put it, it's the third out of the inning. So the Cavs pick up 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 left on base. So we played an inning and a half, and it's the score: Cavaliers 4 and the Sturgeons nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
And we're back here in Jim Falls. Dan, do you have a view of their manual scoreboard over there? Can you see it?
I don't.
Okay. They do have one of those scoreboards where you hang the numbers up. And our switcher operator, Ann, was wondering if I had it right. And I was just looking back, and I think I do. We got 3 in the first and 1 in the second. So the Cavs are up 4-0. Coming up for Jim Falls Sturgeons is a second baseman, Jake Esslinger. And Esslinger's hitting 171. He's 7 for 41. They've all been singles. He has struck out 14 times. So we have Esslinger, Bates, and Thaler are due up for the Sturgeons. First pitch is high for a ball. And that one's right at the knees. Strike 1. Paul Petit not wasting any time between pitches. The 1-1 pitch. Called strike at the letters. Petit's winding his motion. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's the 4th strikeout of the game for Petit. That brings up Tyrell Bates, the third baseman. And it's fouled back. That's for strike 1. Petit's 0-1 pitch. Called strike. That was right down the pipe. And the pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 3. That brings up designated hitter as well as team manager Pete Thaler. Thaler's first pitch is a called strike. At the letters on the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch. Popped up on the right side. Could be in play. No, just on the other side of the fence. Timon was over there, but it just drifted a little too far. Count remains 0-2. Petit into the wind and the motion. Check swing. And no, he didn't go when they checked down the first base umpire. One ball, 2 strikes. Petit's 1-2 pitch to Thaler. And a called third strike. So Petit strikes out the side in the second inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And we've completed 2 innings. Cavaliers 4 and the Jim Falls Sturgeons nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey Raccoon, where you off to in such a hurry?
I'm getting out of here. I heard that the family who owns this place just hired Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control.
No. Not Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control. Why, the last place they were at, all the animals like us disappeared and were never heard from again.
Right. That's why I'm leaving.
Honey, gather the kids. We've got to go.
Got animal pests? Let Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control handle your problem. Call them at 715-832-1640. That's Western Wisconsin Animal Damage Control.
And we're back here at Grudem Field. And the Cavaliers have a 4-0 lead as we head into the third inning. Boy, a lot of threatening weather, but looks like, well, let's knock on wood here. It's plastic, but we'll take it. We're hoping we get this one in. And the one that follows. Keeping our fingers crossed. Due up for the Cavaliers this half inning are Cole Timon, Cooper Kapanke, and Jackson Vance. Timon stepping up. He doubled his first time up out into left center field. And it's fouled back. No balls and 1 strike. Here's Waters' pitch. That's a high pop up to the second baseman, Esslinger, and he makes the catch. That's going to bring up Cooper Kapanke. Kapanke got on an error. An error by the shortstop. His last time up. There's a long foul ball to the left side. And the pitch to Kapanke is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the pitch is low and away. Kapanke with a big home run against the Lumberjacks a week ago in game 2. Here's the pitch. It's a little high. Three balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Count goes full. Here's Waters' windup and the pitch. Fly ball out into short center field. Could be trouble. But in comes Sikora, makes the catch. So that's 2 down. Brings up Jackson Vance. Vance popped out to the first baseman his last time up. And the first pitch is high for a ball. Waters wind up in the pitch. At the letters. Well, Dan, it appears as though the umpire is strike zone. He's got a pretty high one. That one's high. Ball 2.
Yeah, it looks like just above the letters.
Yeah, he's
to the knees.
And you know, we were talking the other day. The Cavaliers statistician Kirk and I were talking, and we were saying, you know, what is the strike zone? It's whatever the umpire tells you it is. You have to adjust to the umpire. Foul back. Here's Waters' pitch. Foul back again. Count hold steady. I believe it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, you don't realize how much you rely on that electronic scoreboard when they run one. 2-2 pitch. Count goes full. I hope it was a foul ball. Evidently it caught Vance's bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the count goes full. Here's Waters' payoff pitch. Line shot out into right field, but right at Maurer for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Cavaliers, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We've played 2.5, and it's Cavaliers 4 and the Sturgeons nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on June 27th when the Cavaliers take on the Eau Claire Rivermen in a doubleheader from Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:10 p.m. That's live Cavalier baseball on Sunday, June 27th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Grudem Field. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Coming up to bat is the shortstop, Ryan Krummenauer. And the first pitch to Krummenauer is a called strike at the letters. Krummenauer batting .279 so far this season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Foul back. Strike two. Here's Petit's pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased the high heat for strikeout number 1 this inning. That's a 7th strikeout in this game. 7 of the 8 hitters that Petit has faced have been strikeouts. And the pitch is a called strike at the knees. This is Cole Smith, the catcher. And another one at the knees. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's 8 of the 9 that he's faced. Now remember, the Sturgeons are batting 10. So this is left fielder Wyatt Kieski. And the pitch is a strike. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And a swing and a miss for strike 3 as he strikes out the side. So again, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 9 strikeouts on the day so far in 3 innings. And you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
And we're back here at Grudem Field in Jim Falls, where the Cavaliers are heading into the top of the 4th inning with a 4-0 lead. And Dan, how about this pitching performance so far of Paul Petit?
Yeah, he's found something today, and I think he's just going to stick with it. He's got some
9
good heat
strikeouts.
that's going right over the plate right now, so I'm sure manager Page will keep him in for a while.
One of the things I'm going to check with the official score for the Cavaliers, when Sikora came up his first time up, I gave him credit for a base hit because it went in and out of the glove of LaRocque as he was sliding. That's one of those that's a borderline call, and I'm not going to say the words, but if that was ruled an error, there could be something very interesting going on here.
Yeah, he really couldn't tell if it bounced first.
Well, I from where I saw it, it looked to me like it hit the glove first, but he was sliding for it. It would have been a spectacular catch. So I thought it would be tough to give him an error, but anyway, that pitch is inside, heading for Lekvin, who popped out to the shortstop his last time up. And a fly ball out to left field. Drifting back and making the catch out there is Kieski. That puts us back to the top of the order for the Cavaliers. Zach Stang. Stang is 2 for 2. Good hard shot singles, both times up, one to right and one to left. And the first pitch is low and away. That's the first time the first pitch didn't get smacked into the outfield by Stang. Here's the 1-0 pitch. So the second pitch gets smacked into the outfield, goes out into left field, way over in the corner.
Just foul.
Yeah, when they go that way, Dan, you may have to call it because our view here is a little obstructed.
Yeah, I'm up here in the nosebleed section.
We got Kleenex down here for you if you need it. Pitch is low. And he hits that one out to left also.
That's down fair.
And it's a base hit.
But it went through the fence.
So it's going to be a ground rule double for Zach Stang, who's 3 for 3. In fact, Zach Stang Stang comes into today's game hitting .636. Now, he hasn't been up all that many times, but he's 7 for 11. Scored 5 runs, 3 RBIs. That brings up Gabe O'Brien. And the first pitch is a called strike at the letters over the outside corner. O'Brien walked his last time up. Here's the pitch. And that one also at the curveball. Caught the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes to Gabe O'Brien. Foul tip into the glove for a strikeout. That's the first strikeout for Waters. Brings up Tyler Herman. He bunted for a single his first time, and then he was hit by the pitch his last time up. Herman batting .361 coming into today. Pitch is outside. And the pitch to Herman is fouled back into the screen. And here comes the pitch. That was a little bit high. And Herman fouls it back. That should even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Waters looks in for the sign. He's at the belt. The 2-2 pitch is high, ball 3. Count is full now to Tyler Herman. Herman steps in, and the payoff pitch. High pop-up out into left center field. Coming over is Sikora, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Cavaliers, no runs on a hit, No errors, 1 left. We've completed 3.5 innings, and the score, Cavaliers 4, and the Jim Falls Sturgeons, nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball.
If your estate is not looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape design and construction team bring your estate up to snuff. Their professional experts can design and install retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
And we're back here at Grudem Field. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow and Moreau on the computer. Cavs with a 4-0 lead in the middle of the 4th inning. Paul Petit on the mound. And here's the first pitch, and it's bunted foul. This is back to the top of the order. Nick pitched, the extra hitter for the Jim Falls Sturgeons. Pitch comes into the game batting .667. And we have a chopper over to second to Leckman. Flips over to Herman at first for the put out. Second to first. That's the first out that was not made by a strikeout for the Sturgeons. That brings up Austin Sikora. He singled to left field his first time up. We'll have to check on that between innings or something. A ground ball, and that's going to be a foul ball.
Yep. About halfway down. It went foul.
No balls, 2 strikes to Sikora. And the 0-2 pitch is a little high for ball 1. Petit bringing that high fastball. Looks awfully tempting. The 1-2 pitch. Chopper down the first baseline. Herman gets it and steps on the bag for out number 2. That brings up Justin Toman. Dan, I'll bet you can guess what he did his last time up.
I would guess he struck out.
Yes, he did. Actually, he struck out looking. Here's the pitch. Check swing low for a ball. Oh, he says he went. It's a strike. So the 0-1 pitch. Another chopper to Herman over at first. Steps on the bag. And another first base unassisted. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. No strikeouts that inning. But the score after 4 is Cavaliers 4 and the Sturgeons nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If your estate is not looking quite estate-like, tune into NLWN-TV on Monday, June 21st, as we bring you an NBHA Barrels and Poles event from the Dunn County Fairgrounds in Menominee, Wisconsin. This event will be recorded on Saturday, June 19th. Our coverage will begin at 7 p.m. on Monday, the 21st. NLWN-TV is your home for equestrian events in Wisconsin and Minnesota.
And we're back here, Grudem Field in Jim Falls. Nice little ballpark here. Bleachers around. Field's just down below a bit of a hill. Yeah, it's actually more of a berm, I guess, right by the road, which is our vantage point from our broadcast trailer. Tanner Halverson is up, and his first pitch is fouled back. Halverson's 2 for 2. He doubled his first time up and singled to right field his second time up. The 0-1 pitch inside for a ball. And the pitch is high for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Drifting back is Sikora. He makes the catch. 4-1 away. That's going to bring up Adam LaRock. LaRock is 0 for 2. Popped out to the pitcher and then grounded to short. First pitch is inside. Second pitch was a called strike over the outside corner. And we have a fly ball out into left center field. It hits the ground. It rolls out to the fence. And Adam LaRock is going to check into second base with a double. That's going to bring up Cole Timon. And Timon doubled to left center his first time up. Then popped out to the second baseman his second time. Halverson, or check that, that's LaRock on second. And the first pitch is a called strike. About thigh high. And a pop foul. You know, the backstop here is a traditional wire backstop, but then they've put a net across the open area that's kind of formed as it curves around behind home. And that ball comes back off that net, back down towards the catcher and the umpire pretty darn quick. And every now and then you see him duck on one of those foul balls. Here comes the pitch. It's high and inside. LaRock on second. 1 out. Timon at the plate. Fly ball out into center field, left center field, way back, and making the catch is Sikora, and he slams into the fence. And tagging and scoring on that because of the collision out in center field is Adam LaRock. Sikora is saying, yeah, I'm okay. So he catches the ball just before he slams into the fence. That knocked him down. And LaRock tagged at second. And then Sikora kind of dropped the ball out there well after he'd made the out. and that allowed LaRock to round third and come into the plate and score. And the pitch is at the knees to Cooper Kapanke. Kapanke got on in an error his first time up and flew to center field. And we have a foul ball just out of play. And the ball pitches in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes. And we have a pop out into short right field. Second baseman is coming over, makes the catch. That's Esslinger. And that's the end of the inning. But the Cavaliers pick up a run on a hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. So we've played 4.5, and it's the Cavaliers 5 and the Jim Falls Sturgeons nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering them could save you from having a stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
And we're back here at Grudem Field. Cavaliers leading the Sturgeons 5-0. We're in the middle of the 5th inning. Due up for the Sturgeons, Bob Maurer, Jake Esslinger, and Tyrell Bates. And they all did the same thing their first time up. In fact, they all went down swinging. Sturgeons step in. Petit on the mound. And we have a high foul. And that went off that netting that I was telling you about. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. And foul back into the screen. Petit's wind up in his pitch. A little bit low. Here's the pitch. Swing and missed. Was in the dirt, so Timon has to make the throw down to first, which he does. And that means Maurer goes out on strikes. Jake Esslinger is the next hitter. And the first pitch is a called strike. Esslinger is the second baseman. Here's the pitch. Chop foul down the third baseline. And the 0-2 pitch. And a called third strike. That's 11 strikeouts for Petit. Brings up Tyrell Bates. First pitch is outside. Bates is the third baseman. And the 1-0 pitch. Chopped over to third baseman who slips and falls but makes the throw in time. Cooper Kapanke kept the ball in front of him and made the throw over to Tyler Herman at first in time for the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 5 and it's Cavaliers 5, Sturgeons nothing. You're watching Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
And we just did some checking with the official Cavalier scorer, and the play that was in question with Austin Sikora was ruled an error on Cavalier left fielder Adam LaRocque. And I'll be honest with you, Dan, we won't say what that means right now. I'm not going to do that. So, coming up for the Cavs,
we got
Jackson
new pitcher
Vance. What was that, Dan?
We got a new pitcher on the mound.
We do. We have a new
number 2.
A new rump on the bump, as they used to say. That's Ryan Krummenauer now on the mound. Chopper over to third. Long throw across, and it pulled the first baseman off the bag. I believe that's probably going to be an error on the third baseman for Vance. So Ryan Krummenauer on the mound. Dylan Waters gave up the 5 runs that the Cavaliers scored. And the pitch by Krummenauer is low and down to second. Goes Jackson Vance. Vance has pretty good speed out there. If you get any kind of a jump, you're not going to get him. Cole Leckman at the plate. Leckman popped out to short and flew to left field his last time up. And the pitch is a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Time called, and now everybody's back in place. And the pitch by Krummenauer is a called strike. Krummenauer's pitched 5 1/3 innings so far. He's given up 10 hits and 8 runs. He's got an earned run average of 13.5. And that one's in the dirt. Stopped there by Smith. And here's the pitch. It's grounded out into left field.
Got through.
And nobody's on first, so taking a good turn is Cole Leckman. Vance is at third, Leckman at first, and back to the top of the order, Zach Stang, who is 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double. Throw over to first. Back safely is Leckman. Krummenauer takes a peek at first. And the pitch. And a called strike down to second goes Leckman. Uncontested. Krummenauer's pitch. Outside. The ball gets away from the catcher, but not far enough to do anything. Backstop here is pretty close to the home plate area. Here's the pitch. And it's swatted out into left field. Over and under it is Kieski. And the tag in scoring is Jackson Vance. So it's a sacrifice fly for Stang. Scoring a run. And Leckman tagged and moved over to third. That's going to bring up Gabe O'Brien. O'Brien's 0 for 2. Strikeout, a walk, and a line out to left. And a foul ball on the left side. We got a little guy that likes to chase those foul balls going by, and I think he saw that one.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for a strike. Gabe O'Brien came into the game batting 143. There's a line shot out into right field. Maurer moves over.
Dropped it.
Dropped the ball. And Leckman comes in to score.
He took his eye off right at the last second.
And we'll call that an error on the right fielder. It's going to bring up Tyler Herman. Moves the Cavs up 7-0 in the 6th. That pitch is a little bit low. Tyler Herman steps in. He's 1 for 2. And pitch is also low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, 1 on. And that pitch is away. Throw down to first. But Gabe O'Brien's back in plenty of time. And a ground ball to short. Scoop there, throw over to second for the force. And Herman gets on a fielder's choice. That's going to bring up Tanner Halverson. And And I'm trying to catch the number of who's out there at shortstop because that's where Kremenauer was. And the pitch is a little low to Halverson. Halverson's 2 for 3. It's Mitch Howard out there at shortstop. And the pitch is in the dirt. 3 balls, no strikes, runner on second. And the 3-0 pitch, called strike at the letters. And ball 4. Halverson takes a walk. And the first pitch is a ball. Kremenauer now finding it hard to find the plate. That's a called strike at the knees. LaRock doubled his last time up out to center field. There's a blast.
That's down.
And caught out in left field. Oh, did it go down?
Yep, it's fair ball.
It made it down, okay.
1 run's in.
Yeah, Tyler Herman comes in to score, and Adam LaRock checks in to second base with his second double of the day. So we have LaRock on second, Halverson on third, and Cole Timon at the plate. And that's a called strike over the inside corner at the knees. That pitch is inside. Pitch is low. Two balls and a strike. Here's the windup and the pitch. Foul back. Evens the count up at 2-2. 3 runs in this inning. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Cole Timon goes down swinging, and that's the end of the inning for the Cavaliers. But they pick up 3 more runs, and they now lead the Jim Falls Sturgeons 8-0 as we've played 5.5. And you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
And we're back here at Grudem Field as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Paul Petit on the mound. He's pitching a gem. 11 strikeouts. Of the 15 putouts that have happened so far, Petit's had 11 of them be strikeouts. And stepping up to the plate is a designated hitter, Pete Thaler. Thaler went down looking his first time up. That pitch is just a little bit high. Just missed the letters. Ball too high. Swing and a miss. And foul back into the screen. And he goes down. Strikeout number 12. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Ryan Kremenauer. For the Sturgeons. Nobody on, one out. Bottom of the 6th. First pitch, swing and a miss. And he took a wild wag at that one. That was low and away. He went chasing. The 0-1 pitch. Down low, ball 2. Or ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the pitch. It's inside, ball 2. Kremenauer steps out. Boy, oh boy, Dan, is it my imagination, or does he just seem really antsy?
Who's at the bat?
Yeah, Kremenauer, the hitter.
Yeah,
He's all over the place. Those happy feet.
I think Paul's in his head right now.
And a called strike. And the umpire calls time. He just seems like one of those fidget spinners. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And he knew he chased a bad pitch. That's going to bring up Cole Smith. He's the catcher. And he also struck out his first time up. Here's Petit's pitch. Called strike. And the pitch. And a called third strike.
Good off-speed pitch.
Paul Petit now with 14 strikeouts. Let me recount those. Yeah, 14 strikeouts so far in this game. And we've completed 6, and it's the Cavaliers 8 and the Sturgeons nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
And we're back here at Grudem Field. We head to the 7th inning. Cavaliers with an 8-0 lead. And we still have Kremenauer on the mound for the Sturgeons. Due up for the Cavaliers, Cooper Kapanke, Jackson Vance, and Cole Leckman. As Kapanke steps in, want to wish all the fathers out there a happy Father's Day. This is kind of a tradition for me. My father, who hasn't been with us now for a couple of years, we used to go to Cavalier games as a Father's Day thing, and so I feel like he's right here right now. And he's watching that. He used to love to watch the pitchers, and that he loved a good pitchers duel, and he's watching an outstanding performance today by Paul Petit. First pitch to Kapanke is inside. And the second pitch is just a hair outside. And a line shot out into left.
That's fair.
And it's a fair ball. Kapanke rounds first. He's heading for second. Here comes the throw, but not going to be in time. Kapanke slides into second base. That's the first hit of the day for Kapanke. He got on an error earlier. Flew to center field, popped to second base. Now he's doubled out to left. Brings up Jackson Vance. Vance is 0 for 3. Hits this one out towards left.
Got it that time.
And the throw to second, they tried to double off Kapanke, but not quite in time. So Vance flies to left. We have one out. Brings up Cole Leckman, who singled his last time up. Oh, check that. We have a pinch hitter coming up. Chase Yeager. Yeager hitting for Leckman. He'll probably, ball gets away from the catcher, and Kapanke rounds third and takes a look. Thinks better of trying to score. My guess is Yeager will probably stay in the game to play second base in the 7th inning. And the pitch. A line shot over to third or to short. Throw over to first, and it's in time for the put out. So 6-3 put out for Yeager. Due up is Zach Stang, and he's up. Stang is 3 for 3, double, 2 singles. He also has a sacrifice fly. That did score a run, so Yeager does get an RBI on that. Cavs up 9-0. Kamenauer's pitch. Called strike. That is a nice high strike zone he's got. And here's the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Drifting back as Sakura makes the catch. And so that's the end of the top of the 7th. Cavaliers get no runs. Or check that they got 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left on base. We've played 6.5, and we've got something special coming up in the bottom half. Cavaliers 9 and the Sturgeons nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here.
A teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
I'm ready for them. Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
And we're back here. And I'm looking out at second base to see if Chase Yeager stayed in. I believe he did. Now, due up in the bottom of the 7th inning is Wyatt Kieski, Nick pitched, and Austin Sikora. So that brings up Kieski's. Went down swinging his first time up. And here's the pitch. Fouled back. That one almost came down and got Kieski. Here's the windup and the pitch. And a called strike over the inside corner. And a chopper out to short. Vance has it, throws it over to first, and the first out of the inning. Oh, we have a new first baseman out there, too, for the Cavaliers. Ethan Kelberg is out there. That brings up the top of the order. Nick pitched. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 14 strikeouts on the day for Paul Petit. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. And here's a swing and a miss for strike three. Ball gets away from Timon, but he throws it down to first, and we have strikeout number 15 on the day. 2 down. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. And as of right now, there has not been a base hit by the Jim Falls Sturgeons. We're on the verge of, dare I say it, Dan?
No. No, not yet.
Everybody's saying, don't say it, don't say it, so I won't say it. Ground ball over to the second. Yeager has it. Throw to first, and it's a no-hitter. A no-hitter thrown by Paul Petit. 15 strikeouts. What a pitching performance. Cavaliers come out on top by the score of 9-0. And we're going to talk about this one in just a couple minutes after we get Ryan Page to come by. And we're going to have some talking baseball. And we're going to do that right after this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on June 27th when the Cavaliers take on the Eau Claire Rivermen in a doubleheader from Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:10 p.m. That's live Cavalier baseball on Sunday, June 27th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. You've been watching NLWN-TV's presentation of Eau Claire Cavalier baseball live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball, with a look back at today's game.
Hey!
Okay. If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749. Time now for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Grudem Field, and they're honoring, and I didn't catch the name, they're honoring a player who played both for the Jim Falls Sturgeons and the Cavaliers a number of years ago.
As I read some of the stuff that's going to be on the plaque, number 22, Dave Heffler, that's right, Joe's right. One of the most dominating players in CRBL history and a pro prospect until the Minnesota.
And actually right now we have Ryan Page coming by. And Ryan, holy cow, you just got a no-no.
You got one hit.
Well, according to the Cavaliers score, that was an error. The one that came off the base of the glove. And so, you know what? In my book, that looks like a no-no.
Well, that's not what I have, but that's okay. That's all right. That's very well.
Yeah, in fact, I wasn't sure. I kind of thought it was a hit when I was looking at it, and then I
was sliding for you. You can't give him an error on that.
Well, you know what? We give him an error, it's a no-no. So, if I can have you step a little bit closer to that mic right there. You don't have to get down into it too much. Just be close to it, and we'll hear you better. But you guys had bats come alive at the right times, and, you know, that's been your formula all year.
Yeah, we definitely had some time of hitting here in the first game. That was nice to see. And you know, besides that, Paulie Petit had 15, 16 strikeouts today, so he was definitely on. And I don't think we made a single error at all game. So when you get that combination, it's a good day.
Well, it depends on which scorer you talk to, whether you made you might have made one single error, which actually could be a good thing.
Yep. So no, it's been good. It's been good. So
yeah, and now we got another one to do, and look at this. It's dry.
Yep. Rain's holding off. It looks like it's gonna, so that's good.
All right. Well, congratulations. Hey, before I let you go, a quick comment about yesterday's ball game against Coon Valley Blues. We didn't get to cover it, and that must have been pretty exciting.
It was. You know, we were down 4-3 going into the 8th inning, and we had one out, and Tanner Halverson hit a home run the opposite way, and that tied the ball game, and that just sparked our offense for the 8th inning, and we wound up putting up 5 spot on there. So,
and
yeah, it was a good game.
And so you come into today's game 14-0. You're now 15-0. you know what? Someone would say things are going right for the Cavaliers so far.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, the guys are just great though. I mean, their attitudes all year have been great so far. You know, guys that aren't starters have been great, and you know, just trying to get guys in when we can, and they all understand that. So I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Well, you know what I see is I see a lot of smiles down in that dugout, which means the team is having a lot of fun and working hard. And that's a credit to you and keeping this team organized and together. And yeah, let's just keep it going. Let's get another one today.
That's what we're hoping for.
All right. Hey, we'll be back with Game 2 right after this timeout. We have some between-game entertainment coming up for you. And that's all coming up next right here. You've been tuned to Talkin' Baseball on NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
You've been watching Talkin' Baseball, a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV. Stay tuned as coming up is between game entertainment followed by Game 2 of today's Cavalier doubleheader.
There are 16